proportion. I hope you have watched my previous videos, and in the previous video we have studied about the sums based on thermonical ratios. Let's today study continued proportion, means what is meant by continued proportion and the sums based on continued proportion. Okay, now let us consider the ratios 4:12 and 12:36. They are equal ratios, and here you can see the second term of the first ratio and the first term of the second ratio is equal. Okay, so when the second term of the first ratio and the first term of the second ratio is equal, hence we can say that this 4, 12 and 36 are in continued proportion. Okay, these all are in continued proportion. Now, if in place of these numbers, let's take A, B, C, D. If A, B and C are in continued proportion, then A by B is equal to B by C. Or you can say that if A by B is equal to B by C, then A, B, C are in continued proportion. Now let's use cross multiplication. So B into B will be what? B square is equal to AC. It means here B is the geometric mean of AC. Okay. So if B square is equal to AC, so it means A, B, C are in continued proportion. Also, you can also say that B is the geometric mean of AC. Okay. So when A, B, C are in continued proportion, B is what? B is the geometric mean of AC. Okay. And this geometric mean, or it is also called as mean proportional. It is called as mean proportional of AC. So this continued proportion, geometric mean and mean proportional, these all are one and the same thing. So if B is the geometric mean of AC, or you can say B is the mean proportional of AC, this A, B, C all are in continued proportion. Now see children, here as we have said that B is the geometric mean of AC, or you can say B is the mean proportional of AC. We can generalize this concept of continued proportion. See what does it mean? How we can generalize it? If A by B is equal to B by C, or you can say is equal to C by D, or is equal to D by E, then it means here A, B, C, D and E, F are in continued proportion. So A by B is equal to B by C is equal to C by D is equal to D by E is equal to, also you can take E by F. It means here A, B, C, D, E and F, this all are in continued proportion. Okay, जनरलाइज मीन्स हम इसको बढ़ा भी सकते हैं. ओके, जैसे कि यहाँ हमने सिर्फ A, B, C लिया है. So you can say, you can take, if you are taking A, B, C, D, so what you will take, A by B is equal to B by C is equal to C by D. Or if you want to take A, B, C, D, E, F, so you will write A by B is equal to B by C is equal to C by D is equal to D by E is equal to E by F and so on. So this is the generalized form. Okay, now let's study sums based on it. Let's move to exercise 4.5. It's question number 1. So just remember that if it is mentioned that A, B, C are in continued proportion, so what you have to use, A by B is equal to B by C, or you can use B square is equal to AC. Okay. 4.5. It's question number 1. And what is that? Which numbers should be subtracted from 12, 16 and 21 so that the resultant number means after subtracting the number from 12, 16 and 21, whatever the number you are getting, that is the resultant numbers, that resultant numbers are in continued proportion. Now first of all children, you must know which number should be subtracted. Now you know, let's consider that let x should be subtracted from the given numbers. So if x should be subtracted from the given numbers, then what will be the resultant numbers? As what we have taken, what is the statement given? X subtracted from the given number. So after from whatever the number, that you will write first. Remember, you will not write x minus 12. Remember children, according to the statement, you are getting the resulting numbers 12 minus x, 16 minus x and 21 minus x. And these resultant numbers, what is the condition given? That they are in continued proportion. Now अब continued proportion में here already we have seen if the numbers are in continued proportion, it means what you can take a by b is equal to b by c. So here your a, b, c are which numbers? This is your a, this is your b and this is your c. So according to the question now, 12 minus x upon 16 minus x, a by b is equal to b. What is your b? 16 minus x by c, that is 21 minus x. Now children, you know very well how to simplify these sums. You have to simplify this step and find the value of x. Now let's see. Multiply by using cross multiplication. You know 12 minus x into 21 minus x is equal to 16 minus x into 16 minus x is equal to, you can write like this also, 16 minus x whole square. Or if you will write product of binomials, then also the answer will be same. Now let's multiply. You know how to perform this step. So what we do, first we write this 12 and multiply with the second bracket terms. Then you will write this minus x and multiply with the second bracket. Okay, and here a minus b whole square, you can use what is the identity? A square minus 2ab plus b square. So let's take a square, that is 16 square minus 2ab. So 2 into 16 into x will be 32x plus b square. This here what we have used? We have used the identity. Now let's multiply. 12 into 21 is what? 252 minus 12 into x, 12x. Here again minus 21x. And here minus into minus is plus, here you will get x square is equal to 60 square. 60 square is what? 256 minus 32x plus x square. Now children, see, if you will transpose this x square and this x square on one side, so it will be eliminated because x square minus x square is equal to 0. Or you can eliminate from both the sides. And when we eliminate from both the sides, if the terms are same and the sign is also same on both the sides, then in this way you can eliminate. Okay, now let's write the other terms. Now here let us simplify this. We can simplify here 252 minus. Here you will get 33x. Okay, and here is equal to 256 minus 32x. Now let's simplify the other terms. So here is the step you got, and now transpose variables on one side and numbers on other side. So here this is the variable term 33x. This when you will transpose here it become plus 32x. Here it is 256. And when you transpose this here you will get minus 252. Okay. Now see children. Let's simplify. Minus 33 plus 32 is equal to what? Minus x. And 256 minus 252 is equal to what? 4. So you know we are never keeping minus with x. So let's transfer transpose this minus here. So x is equal to minus 4. X is equal to what you got? Minus 4. And according to the question, what was your question? That which number should be subtracted from this number? So which number should be subtracted? So you can write down. Therefore, minus 4 should be what? Should be subtracted. Minus 4 should be subtracted from 12, 16 and 21 so that the resultant numbers are in continued proportion. Okay, or you can write up to this also, that minus 4 should be subtracted from the given numbers. Now let's move to question number 2. Now let's see here question number 2. Question number 2 is 28 if 28 minus x is the mean proportional, is what is the mean proportional of 23 minus x and 19 minus x, then find the value of x. Now children, I already told you geometric mean, mean proportional and continued proportion are all one and the same thing. Okay, so it means here this is your A, this is your B and this is your this is your B, because here 28 minus x is the mean proportional. Okay, so given that 28 minus x is the mean proportional, it means here A by, if we have A by B is equal to B by C, it implies here what? Here your A is what? 23 minus x, and as 28 minus x is the mean proportional, means it is your B. So B is what here? 28 minus x, and here again B 28 minus x upon your C. Okay, so this and this is your A and C. Okay, now here there are two ways to solve this sum. You can use dividendo also, but here I am using cross multiplication, that will be easy for you, okay, to understand. Now let's use cross multiplication. You know how to simplify this. So here 23 minus x into 19 minus x is equal to, as again 28 minus x into 28 minus x is equal to 28 minus x whole square. And children, as you can see here, this is in the form of identity, that is A minus B whole square, that also you can use. Now let's multiply 23 into, now you know how to simplify this. Here 23 into 19 minus x. Yes, we see. Now you know how to simplify as we have solved in the first example. So this is 23 into 19 minus x into 19 minus x is equal to a square minus 2ab, means a square minus 2 into 28 into x plus b square, that is x square. Now let us simplify 23 into 19. Let us find the product of 23 and 19. The product of 23 and 19 is 437 minus 23x minus into this minus 19x. As there is minus, you know children, this minus become plus. And 28 square, what is the square of 28? Is what? 784. Now multiply these two, it will be getting minus 56x plus x square. Now again you can see this x square is eliminated. Now let's simplify this. 437 minus, you can simplify this, so you are getting minus 42x, okay, is equal to 784 minus 56x. Now you know you have to transpose, so this is minus 42x. Let's transpose this here, so it will be 56x, okay, and this is 784 minus 437. Now let's simplify. Minus 42x plus 56x is equal to Let's simplify. You have to subtract. So 6 minus 2 is 4. 1. 4D next we are getting is equal to. Now subtract 784 minus 437. So you are getting 347. Yes. And therefore x is equal to 347 by 15. Okay. So here you have to find only the value of x. So this is how you can find the value of x. So remember children, whatever the mean proportional given, it means that is your b, that is repeating, b square. Okay, or direct also you can write that b square is equal to a into c. This is your a and this is your c. Now let's move to question number 3. Now see children, this is your third sum. 3 numbers are in continued proportion whose mean proportional is what? 12. So what is 12? 12 is the mean proportional and the sum of the remaining two numbers. Sum of the remaining two numbers is what? 26, and you have to find these numbers. So first of all you must know what are that numbers. Now here the numbers are not given. So you know, let us consider that numbers are what? A, B and C. And what he said that these 3 numbers are in continued proportion. So according to the question, if A, B, C we are taking, so we have to write let A, B, C are in continued proportion. Now according to question, whose mean proportional is what? 12. So according to question, mean proportional is 12. Now you know which is mean proportional here. B is the mean proportional, as what is the formula? B square is equal to AC. So here B is equal to what? What is given to you? Mean proportional is 12 and the sum of the remaining two numbers out of A, B, C, which are the two numbers left now? B is the mean proportional. So which two numbers left? A and C. So according to the question, the sum of the remaining two numbers means A plus C is equal to what given to you? 26. This is what given. This is what given to you. Okay. Now you have to find this A, B, C means what is the value of A, what is the value of B and what is the value of C. Now children, you see here, we know that this B is in the mean proportional, so it means it will be what? What is this? B square is equal to AC. Now B is what? What is the value of B? B is equal to 12. 12 square is equal to AC. So what does it imply? 12 square is what? 144 is equal to what? AC. Okay. Now here suppose this is this A plus C is equal to 26. Give it number 1. Now 144 is equal to AC. From here you can find the value of A or you can find the value of C. It is your choice. Okay. Now here I am finding the value of A. So you know A is equal to what? It will be 144 by C. Okay. Now let's put this value of A here. Okay. So what I am doing? I am putting the value of A in this equation 1. Okay. So let's write here only. Here A is equal to what? 144 by C, and here this C is already there, is equal to 26. Why we put the value of A here? Because by putting the value of A, we are getting the value of C. Now from here, if we are finding the value of C, so C you will put here and you will get the value of A. In any way you can do. Okay, and here what we have done, let's write. Put A is equal to 144 by C. This we have done. Okay. Now you know this is what? Addition of fraction. So let's simplify. So what we will get here? 144 plus C into C will be what? C square is equal to 26. Now let's bring all 144 upon here, it will be what? C. Now you know here you have to use cross multiplication. So what you will get children? 144 plus C square is equal to 26 into C is what? 26C. Getting or not? and now we will bring all the terms on one side, and so that you will get the quadratic equation. Okay, so let's see. Transpose this here, c square. Now transpose this 26c here, so it will be minus 26c, and 144 is already there, is equal to, now what is left here, 0. So you can see, children, this is which type of equation? Quadratic equation. This is quadratic equation as the highest power is 2. Now you have to find the value of c from here, and as it's a quadratic equation, now you have to simplify, you have to factorize it by splitting the middle term. Okay. Now when you find its factors, you will get c square is equal to minus 18c and minus 8c plus 144 is equal to 0. This we have already studied in lesson number 3, polynomials, how to factorize the polynomials by splitting the middle terms. You can see minus 18 minus 8 is minus 26. When you find the product of these two, you are getting 144. Okay, now you know this is one pair and this is one pair. Take out c common. What is left here, children? C. Sorry. If c is common, what is left here? C minus 18. And here, as there is minus, so here also we will take out minus sign common, and 8 is HCF of 8 and 144. And here what is left? C minus 8 is equal to 0. So from here you can see what are the factors? C minus 18, C minus 8 is equal to 0. It means you are getting C minus 18 is equal to 0, or you can write C minus 8 is equal to 0. So what does it imply? C is equal to 18 or C is equal to 8. These two values of C you are getting. Okay. Now let's put this value. These values let's put in 1. Okay. So see. Put these values in 1, and what is your 1? A plus C is equal to 26. Now see, this A will be as it is. I am taking 18 for C, so 18 is equal to 26. Here what I write? C is equal to what taken? 18. Okay. Now let's simplify. 26 minus 18 is equal to what? 8. What we are getting? A is equal to 8. And now, or if I am taking, let's put this value, A plus C is equal to 26. You have now. Now you have the second value for C is what? 8. So let's put here. So A plus C. What is C? We see, is it visible or not? Okay, now A will be as it is. C is equal to what I am taking now? 8. 8 is equal to 26, and just simplify, you will get 26 minus 8 is equal to 18. Okay, children. So when you have taken C is equal to 18, A is equal to 8 you are getting, and when you have taken C is equal to 8, you are getting A is equal to 18. Okay, and now let's write the answer now. So let's write the answer. Therefore, you have to find these numbers. Therefore, the required numbers are, now here for, if I take this A as 8, your B, you know what is B? B is 12, and your C, here this A you got when you have taken C as 18, or what? This is one more value of A you got now, 18, your B is 12, and here your C is 8. So these are the required numbers for this question. I hope you understood this third sum also. Now let's write question number 4. Now see children, question number 4. It's very easy. See, if the product of these two trinomial is equal to a square plus b square plus c square, then show that a, b, c are in continued proportion. Now children, you know, if it is asked you that you have to show a, b, c are in continued proportion, it means you have to show that b square is equal to ac, or you can say a by b is equal to b by c. Now let's see. We will start from the given part. This is given to you. Now you know how to simplify this product. Okay, it is product of trinomials, as we have solved in the first and second question also, product of binomials. In the same way, means this a is multiplied with all the terms of the second bracket, again plus b into this a minus b plus c, again this c is equal to a minus b plus c, and this right hand side, as you cannot simplify, this will remain as it is. Okay, now you know how to simplify. Multiply these two, a into a, multiply properly, a square minus a into bab plus a into cac plus b into ba or ab plus into minus a minus b into b is b square plus b into c is bc plus, again multiply these two, you will get ca, or you can say ac, plus into minus is minus bc plus c square, and this right hand side will remain as it is. Okay, now let's simplify left hand side. Here children, you can see this minus ab and plus ab is eliminated, as the terms are same but the sign is opposite. Similarly, I can think, yes, here plus bc and minus bc also eliminated. Now let's write whatever left. Here it is left a square plus ac minus b square plus ac plus c square, and this will be as it is. Now children, you can see ac and ac you can simplify. As x plus x is equal to 2x, similarly ac plus ac is equal to 2ac. Okay, now here we will write a square plus ac and plus ac is what? 2ac minus b square we are getting here, and plus c square is equal to a square plus b square plus c square. Okay, now children, you can see that this c square and c square is eliminated from both the hands. Means here the terms are same and the sign is same on both the hands, then it is eliminated. And again you can see this a square also eliminated, and now what is left? Let me write 2ac minus b square is equal to b square. Okay, now let's transpose this b square on the right hand side. So what you will get? 2ac is equal to b square plus b square. Now you know b, here it will be what? 2ac is equal to b square plus b square is equal to 2b square. Again these two to get cancelled, and you have got the answer. Got the answer? That is b square is equal to ac. It means this abc, that is what? ABC are in which proportion? Continued proportion. Okay children, so I hope you understood whatever the sums we have studied based on continued proportion. Remember, continued proportion mean proportional and geometric mean all are one and the same. Okay, so again, keep watching my videos and work hard, practice more, everything will be fine and easy for you. Okay, so I hope you understood all the sums and keep watching. Till then, bye bye.